Okay, so I've become a fan of Little Mix after their latest album. I didn't know anything about them, but I remember the first time I listened to their music and I saw a video and I saw Jesy Nelson. I thought, wow, she is amazing. She's probably like the leader of the group. I didn't know anything about Little Mix up until a few months ago. Then, as soon as I started to like them, of course, Jesy Nelson left the group. So I don't know. I never found out why, but now I'm gonna watch the interview and figure out why did she leave Little Mix, and I'm gonna react to her interview.
How did it feel when I finally left Little Mix? Okay, now I kept it in for such a long time, and that's why I kept breaking down and crying about it, because I had never spoken about it before. When you keep it all in up here.
Well, one thing I think is kind of interesting is I'm so jealous of the set. Like whoever the photographer, the videographer is, wow, like they did a really good job.
It just makes it 10 times worse. I think it's going to be a brand new experience, but at the same time, exciting. Hi guys, I'm Jesy Nelson and I'm here getting up close with Cosmo UK. I'm going to be answering some questions about my life, my career, and everything in between. So let's go. Don't forget.
Yeah, so this interview isn't just about her leaving Little Mix. It's about everything. So it's about her new solo music, her mental health. So it's about her generally. So I like that. I like that.
To subscribe now so you can see more videos like this. Ooh, what can fans expect next from Jesy Nelson? Ah, it's so exciting! You can expect some new music. You can expect lots of new content from me and lots of other little things that I can't reveal yet.
So that's interesting. So I wonder if one of the reasons she left Little Mix was she wanted to do her own thing. She's definitely capable of doing her own thing. She's a great singer, dancer. She has a great personality. She definitely is capable of being a solo star. And you know, maybe it was time for her just to explore that, to see what would happen. So she's gonna make some new music, and I definitely think she is more than capable of handling a career by herself.
Oh, I have so many things on my bucket list that I want to cross off. There's too many. I've actually got a vision board in the music studio, and we write all the things down in there that we want to achieve. I mean, my main thing that I would love to achieve is win a Brit Award on my own. That would be, or even just to perform at the Brits on my own. That would be my massive dream for me. The best and worst things about being in the spotlight. Well, for me personally, there's a lot more worse than there are good. But the worst things are, I guess, everyone just being able to have an opinion on you when they don't actually know you. And
like me right now, I don't know her, but I have an opinion. I mean, it's a positive opinion, but you know, it is a very heavy burden being a celebrity. I'm sure people thinking bad thoughts about you, saying bad things about you, criticizing you for whatever reason. I'm sure it is a very heavy burden, and not just for Jesy Nelson, but for every celebrity in the world. It can be a huge burden to carry, and unless you have some mental support system or some mental or coping mechanisms, it can weigh everybody down. I remember on an album or record Jay-Z said, he said that being in the spotlight is like a drug, but it's a drug both ways. There's a lot of positives that come with it and a lot of negatives that can come with being in the spotlight. So yeah, no, I definitely understand. I don't know if that's the reason why she left Little Mix, because obviously she still wants a public career, but I imagine it can weigh on you and weigh on your social circle in a big way.
And kind of just having to deal with that on the daily, and eventually you do get a thick skin, but sometimes when you're having a bit of a crap day, it can really get to you.
Yeah.
And the best things for me personally about being in the spotlight are genuinely just having the most incredible fans. Like genuinely majority of my fans have become my friends, and I speak to them pretty much nearly every day, and they're
well, and that's a good thing about like being Jesy Nelson and being a part of a group like Little Mix is like, let me pause it at a different spot. is that, you get to have a lot of positive feedback, a lot more so than, especially American artists. American artists are, whether you're a rapper or a singer, no matter what you're doing in America, you're going to get a lot of negative attitude thrown your way, a lot of hatred tossed your way, simply because of jealousy or for whatever reason, right? The internet is so cruel and mean nowadays. So, and if you're having a bad day, we've had American singers kill themselves. We've had musicians commit suicide over the pressure of being in the spotlight. So I can imagine it being tough.
How did it feel when I finally left Little Mix? It was a mix of emotions. I was sad, but at the same time, mentally, I felt free and like a massive weight had been lifted off my shoulders, because for me, I felt an enormous amount of pressure being in a girl group.
So I don't know why. I wish she would have elaborated a little more there, but I do imagine being in any kind of group, whether or not you're in a singing group or a part of a team or anything like that, there's an enormous amount of pressure from your friends in this case. So like her coworkers, her manager. So it's a group and a team activity. That means you have to always be on. If there's a group event, you have to go to it. You have to carry your fair share or more than your fair share. And it's not like you can ever let your guard down because so many other people depend on you. As opposed to having a solo career where like you're kind of more in charge of your own life. You can do your own thing. If you want to slack off or if you want to take some mental health time, you have that option to do that. Because the only person you're going to let down is yourself. You're not going to let down everybody else around you. So I can imagine, I can understand a little bit what she means by a lot of pressure, because I've been involved in team sports before. And being a part of any kind of team where you have responsibility and commitments, it can really, really be like this huge weight on your shoulder.
Okay, the hardest part about being in a girl group for me was constantly being compared to 3 other girls and not feeling as though I was good enough. And the best part of being in a girl group was just everything that we achieved together and just building the most incredible fan base and traveling the world together.
So I know like other people don't agree with me when I made the comment that I've always thought that Jesy Nelson was the best of those of the Little Mix group, which, all right, like there shouldn't be a best or whatever, right? I mean, maybe, but in my opinion, from the moment I saw her, she stood out. So it's very interesting that other people might have different views, and if they express that view, how it can hurt your ego or hurt your self-esteem, especially if people are calling you the worst of the group. Right? Or someone who is holding the group down on some level, right? Because people have a wide variety of opinions in the world, and especially, music is pretty subjective. And yeah, I wouldn't have thought that she would hold that opinion, but it's interesting that she said that was the worst part, and that might have contributed to her leaving Little Mix and saying, I don't want to be in a competition with my group mates. I want to, have my own thing.
Do you know what? I haven't really thought or had any reservations about going solo because, one, I've not really thought about it too much. I've genuinely just gone in the studio and I just wanted to go in the studio and have fun, because for me, music is my life, it's my passion, and it was something I was always going to do. So I haven't really thought too much about it. I mean, it's definitely going to be a massive shock to the system because I've obviously been so used to having, my 3 girls around me, but yeah, I think it's going to be a brand new experience, but at the same time, exciting.
Well, and especially if she was having a lot of stress and mental health about being in a group, this might be really good for her health-wise. She's definitely talented enough to do it, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what she produces on her own. And I wish her the best of luck.
My day-to-day life now is a lot more chilled, for sure.
See, there we go.
I spend a good few more hours in bed, which is lovely. It's a lot more free, and I guess not as structured. Yeah. There have been actually a few band members that have reached out to me. Liam Payne from One Direction was one of them. He actually sent me a really nice message just basically saying if I ever wanted to talk, he's always here, which was really lovely. If I could say anything to anyone that's struggling with their mental health at the moment, the best thing you can do is one, surround yourself with people that genuinely make you happy. Life is far too short to be around people that bring you down and don't make you happy.
Well, I think that's very true. No matter who you are, even if you're not struggling with mental health, you may be struggling with mental health and not realize it. So I definitely think you should surround yourself around positive people and try to be positive yourself. Try to influence other people to be positive. And sometimes just being positive, trying to exude positivity, can reflect positivity back on you. So that's my so I'm happy she's doing well. So she's doing well. She's feeling better. She's feeling more free. I want to have a different picture of her frozen there. So she's doing something that is going to be exciting for her, and hopefully she's in a better space mentally. And I can't wait to listen to her. So whatever she produces, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna purchase. I'm gonna support her. Because, I really like her. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this interview. And were you sad when Jesy left the group, Little Mix? Or what's your opinion? Leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. And until next time.